This may sound like a typical high school basketball game being played on a Friday night in Kansas. In fact, it's a crash course in cooperation and teamwork. It's a test of dedication, determination, and drive. It's character development in action. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think about this. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students who participate in school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. At the same time, playing sports helps teach lessons not covered in the classroom. Lessons like tolerance, respect for the rules, and the importance of supporting your community. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
This is the Goal for Goal pregame show with head coach Bobby Brybieska. A review of our last game and a look at today's contest, sponsored by the Goal for Goal soccer camps. And now, here's the coach.
And a very pleasant good evening to you, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are, and welcome to the Bobby Brybieska Goal for Goal pregame show. Coach, it seems like forever since we've had one of these visits, and it's probably because it has been. It's been almost 3 weeks since we've done a webcast, and got a lot of things we could talk about it. We're going to talk about the things that time allows, and we've got a game we just completed here on Tuesday night, and of course we've got today's game against South High. Let's talk about Tuesday. East High comes in, a very good team. We played some good defense in that game, held them to 2 goals, just couldn't put one in the goal ourselves.
Yeah, I was pleased with the effort. Did not like the result, but I thought that the boys gave it a good effort. If we struggled, it seemed to be finding goals because we couldn't buy a goal. And then, I have to give credit to Andrew Fisher, who made some incredible saves and kind of kept us in the game, but that was probably his best game of the season, so he's coming around. The sad thing is he should have been rewarded with the win.
I agree with you, and it's unfortunate that with all that effort, and I don't know how many saves did he have in that game officially?
15.
Oh, my goodness. I didn't realize it was that many. Even there, I knew he was busy all night, and a lot of the game was played in front of him. But you're right, he kept us in the game, and the second goal came very late in the game.
Yes, in the first game, it was kind of a lucky bounce for East because they hit the upright, and then he sneaks in. But the second goal, it was late in the game, and we were playing. I think defensively we're getting better because we're not getting scored in bunches. And so that part of our scheme is working. We just now need to find another Blake Arndt who can put the ball in the net.
So far we haven't had that, and our leading scorer, Jairo Ornelas, was not available last night, or Tuesday night rather. So, his goal scoring was obviously missing from the game. Yeah,
Jairo's he has 6 goals, which is the leading scorer for Northwest. But, that's not an excuse. We need to just step it up in the offense and make things happen. We need to play more possession, I think. And once that happens, we're going to be good.
4-6 on the season at this point, 2-3 in city. Is this kind of where you thought we'd be at this point, or do you think we should be better than we are?
Well, I never look at the negative side, Kevin. But no. All my goals and all my plans are to be above 500, and we're a couple of games below that. But no, and I haven't given up. Neither has the team. I think. We still got...
That was obvious last night.
Yeah, we still got quite a ways to go. And so right now our goal is to be ready for the playoffs. We want to get better and learn from the games we're playing. So we're still in it.
We're going to come back, talk about the game today against South High, and about the team in general here. We're going to take a quick time out for this message from the Goal for Goal soccer camp. Stay with us on the pregame show. Back with head coach Bobby Berbieska. And Coach, let's talk about the team. It's been kind of fluid. You have a couple of new players on the roster of late.
Well, we brought up some JV players. I think William Gomez is an attacking player, and he's going to get better. And then Aspen is, I believe, a junior, and he's really done well for us in the back. I think that's one of the reasons why we're not allowing that many goals. I think he's a good center back. And then Jaden. Yes, Jaden. Oh, he's injured right now. But when he's healthy, boy, we're twice as good in the back. He's strong. He's got good speed. So, yeah, those kids that I'm bringing up from JV, I think are going to add to our program and make us get good results.
And you kind of harbored a little bit or touched on the injury bug. Had a couple of injuries Tuesday night in a collision late in the game between Trent Landenberger and Angel DeRath. How are they?
Well, Angel, we call him Lalo. Lalo's okay. As a matter of fact, he wanted to go back in, but for safety reasons, we kept him out. And then Trent was supposed to see a doctor Wednesday morning, so I don't know what the result is. But, yes, he came out with a concussion, and he was having a great game. It was just unlucky that both teammates ended up hitting the heads, but I think he's going to be all right too.
And of course, the trainers, our training staff of two, were right there initiating the concussion protocol as soon as the injury occurred.
Yeah, Robin's our trainer now. She took over Jeremy Langner's place, but she's very good, very efficient, and she went out there and immediately gave the first aid, and but she did tell me that Trent was going to be out for a while, so we'll have to wait and see.
Can't take any chances when it comes to head injuries, that's for sure. Any other injuries on the team that we need to talk about?
No, I think Hylas will play tonight, and that's why it's going to add to our offense. But, no, I think I'm carrying 19 on the roster, and I usually don't do that so early in the season. But I think I had to, and you can see by the injuries, I think it's a good idea to come out with 19 on your roster. But no, I think we're going to be ready for South. They're going to give us their best game because John Martin's going to be pumping his boys up. And John does a good job with the team. They've been unlucky on some of the games, but they're always in the mix. And there's something about our Northwest program is when we play opponents, I don't care what their record is, that will be their best game of the season. So we know that. We're going to go in there. We're going to their place. So we hope to come out with a good win.
And we're going back to the same field that we finished up the Titan Classic on 3 weeks ago, and a game that we were, quite frankly, I was all fully prepared to webcast and had to cancel at the last minute. So I'm kind of looking forward to seeing a game on that field. It's a grass field. You get a lot better bounce on the ball on that grass field.
Well, I like the grass field, and I think South High and Northwest are the only team that play on natural grass now. But I like going to South. I like playing against Coach Martin. He does a good job, and I think it's going to be a fun game.
And we're looking forward to it here in just a few minutes, so stay with us. Anything special about the game other than the fact that it's a big city league contest and you're talking about improving for playoffs?
Well, yes, but all city league games are important. Whether you're first, second, or third, we're still fighting for a good place in the city to end our season with. So this is another good contest for us, and we got to climb out of our 2-3 record and go back to 3-3.
And it's a kind of a log jam at the top of the city league right now. I mean, Carroll is obviously Heights is in it, so there's a lot of teams still in the race.
Yes, you're right. It's on any given day, whoever shows up, it's going to get a win. But Heights is undefeated in there. So for us to say we're going to play for first place, maybe not realistic, but making sure be in there for the second place team.
Okay. Thanks for the visit. We'll look forward to visit before Bishop Carroll next week.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Kevin.
Head coach Bobby Berbieska on the Goal for Goal pregame show. Stay tuned after this quick timeout for the starting lineup and the play-by-play of today's game against the South High Titans. This is Wichita Northwest Grizzlies boys soccer.
This stage is nowhere near Broadway, and none of these actors will be accepting an Oscar anytime soon. Still, they are rehearsing for something important. While they learn their lines, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, that everyone has a part to play. Skills that will make them stars long after the curtain falls. The National Federation of State High School Associations reminds you that when kids take part in high school activities, they get set for life.
Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
Wichita Northwest Grizzlies soccer is on the air. Welcome to everyone in Grizzly Nation to another webcast of your Wichita Northwest Grizzlies as they take on the best teams in Kansas and pursue a 5A state title. Follow your Grizzlies all season long in battle after battle. Today's webcast is brought to you through the support of the many sponsors of this year's Eric Profit number 19 Memorial Golf Tournament, including the following: Mel Hambledon Ford, we're better, we're proving it, you be the judge. And by Fleeson, Goodwin, Colson, and Kitch Attorneys. We believe our clients' best interests and needs are our own. By Emerson Biggins, 808 East Douglas. Come visit Emerson Biggins and enjoy the great food, cold brews, and hospitality of Luis Lopez and his staff today. Also by ABC Discount Wine and Spirits and the Humidor, with 5 convenient locations to serve you, including 8550 West 21st Street. By Aerotech Engineering in Mays, serving customers that rank among the world's largest manufacturers of civilian and military aircraft. By Regional Contractors, LLC of Lenexa, Kansas. The regional team is with you every step of the way. By Basis Engineering of Wichita, providing expertise in mechanical, electrical, and plumbing engineering. And by the law firm of Dugan and Garreau, experts in personal injury, business law, workers' compensation, wills, and trust. and by the many other sponsors who make this webcast possible. And now to the field, and your host, Kevin Arkin.
Thank you, Todd Taylor. A very pleasant good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Bishop Carroll Catholic High School, Bishop Carroll Family Stadium, where tonight your Grizzlies will take on the Golden Eagles of Bishop Carroll High School in a non-league contest. Very rare to be playing Bishop Carroll this late in the season in a non-league manner, but we are doing so tonight as this game is a non-league scheduled game. I'm going to begin with a quick apology. We apologize to all of you for playing the wrong pregame show. And folks, that one is on me. I am as guilty as they come of doing that. About the pre-game interview that we did with Coach Berbieska last night in preparation for today's game, we will run, in all likelihood, we will run that at halftime of the game here tonight. So we apologize if you saw the South High interview twice. It's just one of those things. This isn't live television. I'm Kevin Arkin. I'm joined by our executive producer, Greg Darnell, and we're getting ready to kick it off. As you can see, the players are out on the field being introduced. Let's give you the starting lineups for both teams, and we're going to go ahead and start with the home team, the Bishop Carroll Golden Eagles.
They skipped over Carson.
Too late now. Carson didn't got there. He introduced him at the end. For Bishop Carroll, in goal, number 00, Braden Huslick. He was in goal 2 weeks ago at Northwest in the game there. Number 2 is a sophomore defender, Aiden Albers. Number 3, Brad Huslick, is a senior defender. Bergen Lovelace, number 4, is a freshman midfielder. He will get the start tonight, along with number 6, senior defender, Aaron Valenciano. Edgar Villaseñor is a senior midfielder wearing number 8. Josh Bibby, number 12, is a midfielder, also a senior. Tyler Griffin is a junior midfielder wearing number 17. Isaac Eisman, a sophomore midfielder, wears number 18. And the ever-dangerous Carson Lee, who just tore it up at Northwest 2 weeks ago, wearing number 23, he's a forward, and he is a senior. Your lineup for the Grizzlies, nothing really unexpected here tonight. Andrew Fisher, the sophomore, is in goal, wearing number 1. On defense, Kobe Nickel, a senior, wearing number 3. Number 4 is senior defender Tim Hinkle. Number 5, Jack Fincham, is a sophomore midfielder. Jairo Ornelas, a senior forward for the Grizzlies, wearing number 6. He'll be back in action for the first time in 3 games. Angel Durath, number 7, is a sophomore midfielder. Daniel Rivas, number 10, is a senior defender. Chris Navarrete is a forward, a senior, wearing number 16. Caleb Blaine, number 18, is a sophomore midfielder. And number 20, Aspen Wadlow, is a junior defender for the Grizzlies. Grizzlies in their road white uniforms tonight will play from right to left here in the first half of this one at Bishop Carroll. Bishop Carroll in their home dark green and yellow combination jerseys and shorts, playing from left to right. The sun is just setting now behind the trees, so the sun, which can be a factor here at Bishop Carroll, will not be tonight, as the sun is already behind a bank of clouds. There is a cold front moving in. It's going to take another day to get here, though, unfortunately. High today was in the upper 80s. Tomorrow's high, 91 here in October. Highly unusual weather for this time of year. We are underway here at Bishop Carroll Family Stadium. Carroll with it. Now, Angel Durath gets it for Northwest. Northwest would like to play some possession ball here. Caleb Lane on the near side sends one forward to Jairo. Jairo sees it go out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for Bishop Carroll. Glad to have you with us wherever you are on planet Earth. And we also want to welcome anyone from the Bishop Carroll community who has picked up our webcast tonight and might be watching the game either live or on the podcast. We welcome you as well, and we hope you understand that this game will have something of a Grizzly flavor to it. Blaine loses it to Carson Lee. Now it goes out of bounds. It will belong to Carroll. Sean Page is the center referee tonight, the venerable one. We can expect his usual outstanding job here this evening. As part of the officiating crew, I'm looking at the other two officials. I do not recognize either one by face, and I did not get the referee list prior to the game, so I can't tell you who those gentlemen are. This one's going to go all the way back to Hueslick at goal. He's going to pick it up, and he will have a goalkeeper distribution with 90 seconds gone here in the first half and a scoreless contest. Again, this is a non-league game, but it is important for both teams, quite honestly, for seeding purposes. Bishop Carroll, with 2 losses on the season, is expected to have a rather high perch in the upcoming playoffs, which are only 2 weeks away. It's hard to believe the season has gone by this quickly. Carson Arndt with it now at the 25. Tried to send it forward, and now he's going to kick it back to Fisher. Andrew will send it wide on the far side to Daniel Rivas over there with his mini ponytail. Navarrete sends it forward, intercepted there by the Josh Bibby of the Golden Eagles. And I would be remiss if I did not take a moment here to thank Tyler Frazier, the athletic director here at Bishop Carroll, as Andrew Fisher makes a nice play on the ball. We thank Tyler for his hospitality. We invited him to come up here at halftime. We do not think he's in the building, so we will not have him. And we will probably go ahead with the pregame show interview that we did with Coach B on yesterday in anticipation of this contest. And again, if you just joined us, you missed it, so it doesn't matter. But we played the wrong interview, and that was my bad. We lost a setting and had to fix it. And I forgot to finish the correct setup for the parameters for tonight. Have a throw-in coming here. Daniel Rivas is going to take it for Northwest. Don't let the lines on the field deceive you. If they are white, they are football markings, including the sideline here. If you look at the bottom of your screen, you can see the near touch line. It's actually painted in black here at Bishop Carroll, and that is the official touch line. This one goes out of play. It'll be a throw-in. Tim Hinkle has it there near the corner for the throw-in. Two different players get headers on it. Arndt with it. And it comes right back to Arndt and falls off of his foot to Bishop Carroll. Carroll trying to get something going here. Angel DeRath providing pressure. And Carroll brings it back out to center where they'll regroup and do it all over again, led by Brad Hueslick. Now over on the near side to Eisman. Eisman back to Hueslick. He sent a rather weak pass, but they were still able to control it. Now he splits 2 defenders, does Hueslick. Brings it up. Eisman sends one forward. Give and go to Hueslick. He beat the offside. He's going to center it and out of play off the foot of Chris Navarrete. It'll be a corner kick for Bishop Carroll, but a nice job that time by Chris. Pardon me just a moment, folks. I'm reaching into my goodie bag, looking for what I hope to find. And there they are, because I'm going to give them to Mr. Darnell. That sideline over there is a long way away. So when they sub, take a look and see if you can figure out who it is, if you're able to do that. If you're not, don't worry about it. We'll figure it out on the fly eventually. 5 minutes gone here. Bishop Carroll dominating play as they did 2 weeks ago. Northwest looking to get the ball and counterattack. Kobe Nickel gets it and sends one wide. Here come the Grizzlies. Long pass forward, nothing there but green shirts, including Brad Huslick, who kicks it all the way back to his brother Braden. Sends it back over here on the near side, and Carroll will bring it forward once again. Artificial surface here at Bishop Carroll. That is what they're used to playing on, and they do have, I shouldn't say used to, they still do, have a grass field just south of this one where they used to play all their home games, and they gave it up to play over here on turf several years ago. Though Singer sends it forward. Carroll with the ball. Carson Arndt pokes one away, but Carroll right there to get it again. This one is going to go out of play. It'll be a throw-in for Northwest. Quick it goes. Give and go back to Rivas. Rivas to Arndt. Now DeRath taps one out of play. It will belong to Bishop Carroll. Grizzlies are home Thursday night against North High. North High fighting for a City League title with these same Golden Eagles of Bishop Carroll and with Heights. It's a three-way tie at the top for the City League crown. So should be a good game, a formidable opponent indeed, as this one will belong to Northwest. Tim Hinkle will throw it in for the Grizzlies. In it comes DeRath, pops one forward. Nickel unable to control it. And finally, Navarrete gets it back. His pass intercepted. And here comes Bishop Carroll back, 3-on-3. Nice job by the Grizzlies to intercept that one. And Rivas goes down, and he's grabbing his leg. He is hurt. And there's a shot going wide left. It'll be a goal kick. And now we'll tend to... Yep, they stop play. And they'll tend to Daniel Rivas over there on the near side. While they're doing that, we're going to take a quick timeout here, and then we'll be back with more. Stay with us. This is Northwest Grizzlies Boys Soccer.
This may sound like a typical high school basketball game being played on a Friday night in Kansas. In fact, it's a crash course in cooperation and teamwork. It's a test of dedication, determination, and drive. It's character development in action. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think about this. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students who participate in school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. At the same time, playing sports helps teach lessons not covered in the classroom. Lessons like tolerance, respect for the rules, and the importance of supporting your community. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Ortiz coming.
Geraldo, 24.
Back at Bishop Carroll, just underway here. We'll give you the report on Daniel Rivas as we have it. He had to be helped off the field and is still on the ground over there being attended to by assistant coach Austin Clifton at the moment.
Is Gerardo.
And he was replaced by number 24, Gerardo Guevara. And we just had an offside call here. I'm a little behind the play. I apologize. 30 minutes and change remaining here in the first half. No score between the Grizzlies and Bishop Carroll. And what do we have? We have a call of some kind here. It's going to be a throw-in for Carroll. Wasn't sure if they had called a foul or a throw-in. It was indeed the latter. And Carroll controls the ball, and here they come across midfield. A long pass forward this time for Lovelace. He passes it left, and this one's going to go over the goal line, no doubt. It will be a goal kick for the Grizzlies. Grizzly Soccer on the internet is being brought to you in part tonight by Mel Hambledon Ford. We're better, we're proving it. You be the judge. Mel Hambledon Ford, 11771 West Kellogg. Grizzlies made a few passes. Now Navarrete sends it up to Ornelas. And Bishop Carroll gets it back. Here they come again. Lovelace with again on the near side. Has it poked away by Nickel. Nice play by Tim. Eagles maintain possession. Now cross it over. Taking it to the part of the field that we have a hard time seeing. Greg, you want to do me a favor? Try and zoom that in just a little bit. That's good. You can still get, as long as you get the goal in, we'll get a better view that way. Lee with it on the near side. He pops one, trying to get one across, and it's blocked by Navarrete over the goal line. It'll be a corner kick for the Golden Eagles.
Rivas is back on the sideline.
See again?
Rivas is back on the sideline.
Daniel Rivas is getting ready to come back in. That's always good news. Corner kick comes in the air, comes across. A header goes over the crossbar, and it will be a goal kick for the Grizzlies. A bullet dodged indeed. I want to thank Dr. Brad Bruner and the Kansas Joint and Spine Specialists for their support of Grizzly Soccer. For the best care in any sports injury, visit Kansas Joint and Spine Specialists, 10,100 East Shannon Wood Circle, Suite 100.
Gerardo came back out.
Gerardo came back out after getting replaced. Bishop Carroll with it, sending a long pass forward. Rivas is going to be the first one to it. If he may let it go. He does get a foot on it, keeps it in play, goes out of bounds. Tapped out by Bishop Carroll, and it will be a throw-in for the Grizzlies. Rivas will take this one himself. In the air it goes, a nice header. On the near side, a long blast by Eisman, but an easy save that time for Andrew Fisher, who has just gotten better with each game. You'll hear Coach B talk about that at halftime. Out of play, belonging to Bishop Carroll. Season rapidly winding down. We have North at home on Thursday. Manhattan on Tuesday. And that will be, the Manhattan game will be senior night. So we invite you to come out on senior night and watch the seniors get their just desserts. Carson Lee close to being offside, but the flag stayed down. And a nice play that time by the defense to clear that one out of play. I think that was Kobe Nickel over there. Bouncer to Andrew Fisher is picked up with ease. And Andrew will have a goalkeeper distribution here. Back to Hueslick. Nice control to Eisman. And now Eisman will send it back to Braden Hueslick at goal for a goalkeeper distribution. He'll send it on the far side on the switch. Back out here to center to Bibby. Nice pass up the far side and an even better tackle by Rivas to stop that play in its tracks. Carroll gets it back. They're driving now. Here's a chance. Centering pass, nobody home. Eisman had stayed back. And giving chase, kicking it out of play, is Tim Nickel on the near side. It'll be a throw in for Bishop Carroll. Angel Dorath pops one in the air. Carson Lee with a shot, and it goes wide right. It'll be a goal kick for the Grizzlies. Grizzly Soccer on the internet is brought to you in part tonight by Hoydale Company Incorporated. The Hoydale team may not be great at soccer, but they've been in business for over 70 years and can fix your gas pumps, lifts, compressors, or any other industrial equipment. For gas station equipment, sales, or service, come by and see us at the corner of Harry and McComas or call 942-1361. Hoydale Company says tanks for everything. There's a long one by Hueslick for Lee, and Lee was onside. He got behind the defense, and finally Andrew Fisher does the only thing he can do. He taps it out of play, and evidently it went out of play off of Carson Lee because they're giving the ball to Northwest. So we'll take that. .23 remaining here in the first half of a scoreless game between the Grizzlies and Bishop Carroll. This one goes out of play on the near side and very quickly thrown in by Caleb Blaine. Yeah, I want to take a moment here to thank Caleb's mom, Julie Blaine, for spelling our executive producer the other night at South High. Did a great job as executive producer. We're indeed grateful that she helped you get to see and hear the game against South High on Thursday night. Eisman sends a long one forward, headed back out. And a score. I knew that was coming. I'm sitting here in awe because I knew that BC was going to get the score. Grizzlies couldn't clear it out. Let's take a quick timeout. We'll be back in just a moment. This is Northwest Grizzlies Boys Soccer.
This portion of today's webcast is brought to you in part by the following Grizzly supporters: Chris and Jan Shoemaker, the Glenn and Camille Nyberg family, the Joe and Judy Coughlin family, the Tom and Carla Lassiter family, the Bob and Lynn Profit family, Danny and Stacy Higgins of Gecko Painting Incorporated of Olathe, Kansas, Jenny Wiley, and by Kevin and Donna Arkin.
Back at Bishop Carroll, where play has resumed here. We're not sure on the goal scorer. We think it's Aaron Valenciano, number 6. The assist we are sure of, it went to Tyler Griffin. So until we get an update at halftime from the official score, 2 booths down, we're going to go with that and say Valenciana from Griffin, 1-0 Bishop Carroll. Defense unable to clear the ball out that time, and that to set the stage for the easy pop-in goal. Bishop Carroll controlling. Nice job by Navarrete to get it back up here to Caleb Blaine. Caleb centers one to Arndt. Arndt still with it and taps it out of play. Unfortunately, it'll belong to Bishop Carroll, and an unlucky bounce that time by the Grizzlies. This one tapped out of play by Eisman. It'll belong to the Grizzlies and thrown in there by Blaine to Arndt. Arndt sends one to Navarrete at center. Nice tap forward that time by Kobe Nickel. Neither team has substituted much so far. I don't think Carroll substituted at all, now that I think about it. Grizzlies have only made 2 subs, one in, one out. That was on the injury to Rivas, who is now back in there. The Center sent it forward to Ibarra, and he was unable to control it. Out of bounds it goes. Oh, they're going to give it to Carroll this time. Alvarez will throw it in. And the Golden Eagles control. At center, Hueslick lets it go through to Eisman. Eisman had nobody near him. Ibarra Silva sends it to center. And a give and go, and here he comes, and a nice job that time by Tim to clear the ball out. Hinkle got right in the way of that pass, otherwise there would have been a goal-scoring opportunity for sure. On the far side, Carroll controlling it. Carson Arndt unable to get a foot on it. Sent forward, but unfortunately out of play, but tipped out. It will belong to the Grizzlies. Oh, are they calling a foul? They're calling a throw-in, which is what I thought it was in the first place. Trying to get it on the near side to Caleb Blaine, who was all alone, but they couldn't get it to him. Carroll takes over. Here's Eisman with it. He centers one to Bibby, and Bibby sends it across field. This one's going to go out of play. Who will it belong to? It's going to be our ball. Northwest gets it, and they will have the throw in. 17 and change remaining. First half, 1-0 Carroll. Carroll won the first meeting between these two teams at Northwest 2 weeks ago by a 5-0 tally. This team does play defense, and Carson Lee had a hat trick in that game. So far, nothing today. Grizzlies, of course, playing him as the threat that he is. And it looks like we're going to have a free kick for Carroll. I did not see the infraction. It's going to be right in front of the Grizzly bench at the 40-yard line. And it comes, and a long one all the way back into the near corner. Not a bad play. That'll be a goal kick for the Grizzlies. Ibarra Silva was kind of camped out on the near side in the corner and had an opportunity but couldn't get control of the ball. Grizzly Soccer on the internet being brought to you in part by the Goal for Goal Soccer Camps, the premier youth soccer camp in South Central Kansas. Go to goalforgoal.com, and that's F-O-R. Go to goalforgoal.com for more information and to sign your child up for a camp this summer. Here's a deflection going out of bounds. It will be a corner kick on the far side for Bishop Carroll. Hustling back to take it over there is Aaron Valenciano. Well, I'm convinced scored the first goal. They are kind of far away over there, though. This one, he keeps it on the ground. He's going to get it back, chips it out. Still with it, the Golden Eagles, keeping it in play. Now it finally goes out of play, and it will be another corner kick for Bishop Carroll. And this is where they're dangerous, folks. Into the air this time. Header by Houston, tipped over by Andrew Fisher, and a good job by Andrew to make that save. It'll be a corner kick on the near side this time, but what a defensive stop that time by our young goalkeeper. And a bunch of players run into the mouth of the goal as the ball is played in. And here comes Angel DeRath to bring it out and take it out of danger. He's going 1-on-4, looking for some help. Doesn't get it. Carroll gets it back. And they'll bring it up here, or try to. Chance for the Eagles is broken up nicely by the defense. Hueslick with it. And there's a long one that's going to go wide right, and it will be a goal kick for the Grizzlies. Grizzly Soccer on the internet is brought to you in part today by the law firm of Dugan and Giroux. Paul Dugan and Dan Giroux, along with their staff, stand ready to provide you with a variety of legal services, including personal injury, business law, wills, estates and trusts, and workers' compensation. Dan Giroux is a 1992 alum of Northwest. Stop by their office, 940 North Tyler Road, or check them out on the web at dgwichitalaw.com.
Enrique's in for Angel.
And we have a substitution for the Grizzlies on that timeout as Angel DeRath went out, and Enrique Morales comes in, number 8, to spell him. A fresh set of legs into the game for Northwest. Chance for the Golden Eagles, and unfortunately it went right through the wickets of Adrian Ibarra. So it'll be a throw-in for Northwest with 12.5 remaining here in the first half, trailing by 1. Well, I guess they called offside here. They did. It was an offside call. Didn't see who was offside, but it doesn't matter. Caleb Blaine to Morales. Morales up the near side trying to get it to Ornelas. Unable to do so. Another throw incoming. Morales will give it off to Caleb Blaine, who will handle the throw in chore. He sends it to Morales. Back to Caleb. And forward. That was intended for Carson Arndt, but too long. And it went to a green shirt. Here comes Bishop Carroll back. They switch it to the far side of the field. And there's a long one going over the goal line. It will be what's it going to be? A corner kick for Carroll. Keep it right here. We owe you a quick timeout. Well, we will keep it here. Eisman's leaving the game, along with about 10 other people. for Bishop Carroll. They're making a line change here.
26, 14, 22.
Suddeth,
4.
Corey, Rump. Who else?
Sideways.
They all came in for Carroll. I can't tell you who all went out. Here comes the corner kick.
I can't tell the last.
In the air it goes, looking for a foot, and it goes out of play. It'll be a corner kick now on the near side as that went out off the foot of Chris Navarrete on defense. Corner kick coming for Bishop Carroll. Can't see who's taking it, but I bet you it's Adrian. It is. Into the air it goes, and up in the air. Can we clear it? There's a bicycle kick straight up. Ornelas can't get a foot on it. Grizzlies headed forward. Morales giving chase, putting the pressure on, and he finally taps it out of bounds on the far side where it'll belong to Bishop Carroll. And we have a foul that time on Tim Hinkle for pushing. Be a free kick here for Bishop Carroll. This one goes over the goal line. It will be a goal kick for Northwest. This portion of the game today being brought to you in part by Quantum Wealth Advisors. It takes a team to win the investment game. The team at Quantum Wealth Advisors can help you make dollars and cents out of your retirement savings plans. Talk to a Quantum Wealth Advisor for your retirement income investment analysis at 612-4666. Quantum Wealth Advisors, helping you invest for the important things in life. On the far side, ball thrown in. Grizzlies control. Ornelas will bring it up. He dishes it off. Another throw in for Northwest. Carroll brings it all the way down. 8 minutes to go, first half. Fighting hard for it over there is Daniel Rivas. Finally, it goes out of bounds. It will belong to Bishop Carroll. And he throws a long one into Valenciana, who brings it up and has it stripped away nicely there by two Grizzlies. Hinkle with it, gets around one man, brings it up to the 35, looking for help. Up to Caleb Blaine it comes. Caleb. Back to Morales, and back to Arndt. Arndt sends one for Hyro. Hyro deep into the corner. Has a little bit of room to work with. Can he keep control? He still has it. Chips one forward. And a blast there by Morales is wide, and they blew a whistle, and Hyro was offside the whole time. So all that excitement, folks, was for nothing. As the offside flag was up. So from the 30, Bishop Carroll will get the free kick now. And they send a long one close to the penalty area of the Grizzlies. Hinkle has his feet on it, trying to keep it and control it. Does so, sends one forward. Navarrete leaves it for Blaine, but it goes out of play. And it will belong to Bishop Carroll. Throw in completed. Grizzlies trying to get some control here and get some ball possession going. Very difficult to do against this very stout Bishop Carroll defense. Morales. Forward it comes. Kobe Nickel giving chase over there. Now Rivas has it. Ball is tipped out of play and it will belong to Northwest. And we have a quick sub coming in for the Grizzlies.
It's Gerardo in for Blaine.
Gerardo's coming in for Caleb Blaine. So Caleb will get a rest. On the far side it goes. Grizzlies with control. And here's a chance. Kobe Nickel tried to send it forward. There's a long blast that's going to go. Oh, kept it in and then went over the goal line for a goal kick. We'll be back in just a moment. Stay with us. This is Wichita Northwest Grizzlies boys soccer.
Grizzly Soccer on the Internet is brought to you in part today by Tom and Carla Lassiter and the law firm of Fleeson, Gouin, Colson, and Kitch, 301 North Main in the Epic Center. Practicing over 35 areas of law, including corporate law, estate planning, trusts, probate and fiduciary law, real estate and development law, education and school law, and bankruptcy and creditors' rights, just to name a few. With over 130 years' experience, Fleeson & Gouin is nationally recognized for their diligence and legal expertise. Contact them at 316-267-7361.
Back at Bishop Carroll, just underway again, 3.5 remaining here in the first half. Throw in coming for the Grizzlies. Rivas is going to take it. Bishop Carroll hustling back. Espen Wadlow takes a dive. Trying to get ahead on the ball. Foul called against Carroll. It'll belong to the Grizzlies. Carson Arndt sends one forward. Give and go back to Carson. Goes past him to Daniel Rivas at the 40. Now back forward again. Two minutes to go here. Kind of quiet. Even the crowd is kind of quiet. There's not a lot to talk about. A lot of back and forth action. We're going to be sending it to the Bobby Berbieska pregame interview here at halftime. For those of you joining us late, we didn't get it in before the game due to a problem caused by yours truly. Ball bounding back and forth. Carroll has control at the moment as we approach 1 minute to go. There's a long one. Oh, that was a nice run by Hugheslick. He was trying to get a header on a long ball, and it went just long for him. It's a goal kick for Andrew Fisher and company. Aspen Wadlow looks like he's going to take it. And he does it, leaves it short. Hinkle sends it up. Navarrete with it.
Zane Visger's in.
Guevara tries to center it, and it goes to a Carroll shirt instead, and that just may do it as we're approaching 10 seconds remaining here in the first half. And that it is halftime. At halftime, Bishop Carroll 1, Northwest nothing. Stay tuned now for Bobby Berbieska.
This is the Goal for Goal pregame show with head coach Bobby Berbieska. A review of our last game and a look at today's contest, sponsored by the Goal for Goal soccer camps. And now, here's the coach.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another evening of Wichita Northwest Grizzlies boys soccer. We are at Bishop Carroll Family Stadium tonight as we take on the Golden Eagles in a non-league contest, as we played our league contest with them just a couple of weeks ago. Joined by head coach Bobby Berbieska, as always, and coach just coming off a game Thursday at South High that we won on the road.
Well, we needed that win, and South gave us all we wanted. We were lucky, I think, to come out with a 2-1 win, but we'll take a win, whether it's an ugly one or whatever. But, yeah, that was a good win for us, and we celebrated because it was a City League game, and I walked away happy.
Anything in particular that you take away from that game that you can apply toward the rest of the season?
Well, Monday we watched a video of one of our games, and I think that's the first time I've done that this year, and I think we walked away with a lesson. And I think the lesson was to play at both ends, and we kind of showed our defensive shape and offensive shape and how to do a little better job of pressing. And so I think against South, we were just a little bit too nice and didn't really put enough pressure on them because they took a lot of shots. And I think that was a game where my MVP was no doubt Andrew Fisher at the goalie position. So hopefully against Bishop, we can play better defense.
How many saves did Andrew have in that South game?
He had 15 saves. That's a lot, and a lot of them were point blank. So he kept us in the game. We dodged several bullets in that game.
Including one right at the very end of the game where he took a point-blank shot 6-7 feet in front of him. Came the shot, and he was up to the task.
Yeah, that was 35 seconds left in the game. And he came out, had good hands. He's played well the last two games. He has really grown as a goalie. And the sad thing about it is in 2 games now, we should have won the game. I forget the team, but we had like another 12, 15 saves. East. And when that keeper has that many saves, he needs to be rewarded with a win. And against South, he was the MVP, no doubt.
Well, you've played the last couple of games without your leading scorer, Hyro. Back tonight against Carroll?
Hyro is back in full strength. He still leads the team, believe it or not, where he's missed 2 games and 3 games. He missed 3 games and still is our leading scorer. So we're glad to have him back because I think he's going to be good for a goal tomorrow.
How about the rest of your injury situation? Trent Landenberger out with a concussion last game. What's his progress?
Well, I think he's going to be released tomorrow. He came to practice for the first time and sat on the bench and seemed to be doing okay. I think if the symptoms are gone, he needs to go back and get released from the doctor and then spend a couple of days with my trainer, and then we'll go from there.
How about other players? Anybody else injured?
Well, we still got Jaden Antoneris. He also has a concussion, and he has not been back since that's been about a week ago. But he was a key player for us in the back, so he's got to get well. But nevertheless, we're going to go without him and Trent.
We'll be back to talk with Coach Bobby B here in 90 seconds. Stay with us. We'll talk a little bit more about the rest of the season and the upcoming playoffs. Stay with us. You suck, Kevin. You just forgot to. Coach, we've got a very difficult schedule this week with Carroll tonight and North on Thursday at home. And those are two games that we really, really need to shine in.
Well, yes, if we want to move up in the City League standings, we got to take care of business. Tuesday first against Bishop, who's on a roll. They play good at home. They're going to have a big crowd at home. And here's the scary part about playing Bishop. We might play them 3 times this year because, we're in the 5A playoffs now. And chances are when you got we're 5-6. So when you got 6 losses, you're going to play a top dog, and it could be Bishop. So we have to step it up tomorrow. The guys have got to come out with a lot of energy and get a good result because we might see them again down the road.
And for those of you who don't know, Northwest has been reclassified this year, dropping from 6A to 5A, and it's all based on student population within the school as a determinant as to whether you're in 5, 6, 4, or whatever. So we're 5A this year, so our playoff road could take us past Bishop Carroll, Cape and Mount Carmel, St. Thomas Aquinas. A lot of tough schools in 5A.
Yeah, I like the competition. I think around the Wichita area, 5A might be better competition than the 6A. In 6A, of course, you got Topeka, Washburn. You got to get over. They're always in the Final Four. Manhattan's got having a good year. So those two teams are in our region, Garden City, and Dodge City is always a winner. But in 5A, you got Mays. You mentioned some of the good schools around our area. But St. Thomas, you don't see them to the final.
They're always in the final. They're kind of like the Washburn of 5A. They seem to always make the final.
Yeah, Craig Ewing does a good job down there.
He does. He's awesome.
And he's just a winner, and he's got people knocking on his doors getting his program. But, yeah, 5A is good competition. I'm looking forward to it.
Got a little bit of business to take care of before playoff time with league leaders Bishop Carroll and North and Heights. And last time I looked, they were within either tied or within a game of each other atop the City League. So it's good. It's a real log jam up there.
Yeah, and I believe Heights went up to 6A, if I'm not mistaken. But Heights is playing well. They got a good team. But we're taking one game at a time. Tomorrow's Bishop, and then we got North coming at home. And North is a very good team. I've seen them play several times this year. Kurt Wilslinger does a good job with that group. And then, of course, Heights, Friegel over there, he's got a good group. We beat that team early in the year, 2-1. And, I'm sure they're going to want revenge. And this is the one that counts. It's for another City League win. And
we'll have the Heights game on the web with as a webcast, since that is I believe it's the last road game of the year. I may or may not be right on that, but I'm looking forward to all of the games. A lot of good quality competition coming up. Should be fun.
if you can't make the game, I think the webcast is working. I know the guys saw a game the other day. We had it on at school for them, and it's a good learning tool. But if you're as a parent, you can't make it, then that's where you really watch the game, because you can see a lot of good stuff from our players and save some money by watching the webcast.
Yeah, save your $6. Before we sign off, I would be remiss if I did not congratulate you and your lovely bride, Vivian, on the occasion of your 50th wedding anniversary. Congratulations.
Thank you. We joke about it, but we celebrate that 50th anniversary for 8 days.
50 years is worth 8 days every time.
Yeah, it's good. I've been blessed with a nice lady, yeah.
Good luck tonight against Bishop Carroll. We'll look forward to another visit here real soon.
Yeah, thank you. I think we really need to get our parents and student body out there to watch this game, because Bishop always brings the crowd, and it just kind of helps you. I like to see a good turnout of some of our kids to come out and watch. And then also,
come at home on Thursday. Let's fill the place up.
That's senior night, and so we need to have a good crowd for that one too. Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Coach. We'll talk to you soon. Head Coach Bobby Brubieska on the Goal for Goal pregame show. Stay tuned now after this quick timeout for the starting lineup and the play-by-play of tonight's game against the Bishop Carroll Golden Eagles. This is Wichita Northwest Grizzlies boys soccer.
Near Broadway. And none of these actors will be accepting an Oscar anytime.
And we welcome you back here. We are at halftime, about 2 minutes to go before the start of the second half here at Bishop Carroll Family Stadium. And we're joined by the athletic director of Bishop Carroll, Tyler Frazier. Tyler, welcome.
I appreciate it. Thank you for having me on.
Thank you for your hospitality. This is still my favorite place to come and do a soccer webcast, because your facilities are so nice here. And everybody, all the people are so nice to us.
Well, I'm glad you're here. Yeah, we try to take care of our facilities, and we love them too. So yeah.
What's new going on at Bishop Carroll these days?
Oh well, we're staying busy. This week I think we're hosting about 5 or 6 events, and then just kind of getting ready for postseason. We've had a little break from hosting football on Friday night, but we got a tough one on Friday, and volleyball heads to a tournament on Saturday. That's going to be tough for them. And of course, we had City League golf today, and postseason coming up for tennis and other sports. So.
You have Capen this week, don't you?
Yeah, we do. Friday
that streak, that football streak, has to be one of the most amazing streaks in high school sports. How many years is it?
I think it's 19 now. The last time we actually lost, I was a sophomore here.
Oh, you were in school when you lost?
I was part of the team the year we lost, so back in 99.
99. I honestly do not remember that game. I don't remember Capen ever beating Carroll.
Oh, yeah.
And I've been here since 78. I didn't follow high school football all that close the first few years that I was here. But I do remember one year, and I can't remember, it was at Cessna Stadium, and we were there. Carroll trailed by 3 or 4 points. There was 35 seconds to go in the game. They had the ball 4th and 20 on their own 10-yard line and no timeouts, and won the game.
Won the game. Well,
that was part of the streak.
Yeah, that must have been after my time. But yeah, there's been some games over the last 19 years that, of course, that game is you throw the records out of the book and you play the game as it is. But there's been some close ones in the past. So. And
one of the games that I will never forget was a game in a webcast for Capen. Here, that was the year that ESPN did the game with Blake Bell.
Yeah.
This place, what does it seat? 5,000?
Yeah, just right around 5,000.
And you have 15,000 people here.
Yeah.
There was just absolute bedlam the entire game. And I was across the way in the little crow's nest. Give me one moment here to run clock. We're underway, folks. You watch the game while we visit. And what an electric atmosphere it was. And the thing that I most remember about the game was after it was over, of course, Capen blew a big lead.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Besides that, Capen blew a 2-touchdown lead. But after the game was over, nothing even said or anything. Both teams out at the center of the field with Bishop Jacobs leading them in prayer.
Yep.
I mean, that was a great moment. That one that I'll never ever forget.
Yeah, I mean, the games between us and Capen, there's a lot of hype on it. It could be from soccer to football to, on the tennis court. But at the end of the day, it's just a game, win or lose. Us and Capen, we're a part of the same family, same religion, and we know we're here for a better purpose. And, we're our athletes know that they're blessed in order to compete. And when the game's over, the game's over.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
I spent 10 years working at Capen, and I always said to anybody who asked, they asked which school is better. And I always used to say that Bishop Carroll was the second best high school in Wichita. And I hope they're saying the same thing about us.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Sounds about right. So yeah.
I mean, it's two peas in a pot.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, the community spirit of both schools has always been incredible, and it sets an example for everybody else. So I mean, you guys do it right.
Yeah.
So switching gears, we overheard Larry Dostert on PA talking about was it City League golf today?
Yeah, City League golf today.
Who won that?
I'm not sure. I have not seen the results yet.
Okay, but he didn't know either. I thought maybe you might know.
No, I haven't got the results yet from it. I know in the standings we're behind Cape, and Cape's got a good squad.
They always do.
And I would, I think they would probably have won it today. Just on paper, the way they've been playing, they have their top four are really good girls. So I have not seen the results, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was 1-2 Carroll Capen.
I wouldn't be a bit surprised either. What else do you have looming on the horizon as far as possibilities for postseason play?
Regional tennis is Saturday, which I believe we're voting on it now in case you kind of open it up so we can play on Friday. So we may be moving it to Friday, but we'll be at Eisenhower. And, again, we match up with a really good Capen team that just beat us in City League. They got a good singles and doubles 1 and 2. So it'll be interesting. Tennis is a little different how they take their qualifiers to state. But it is a tough region. So if we get out of there, you have a good chance of placing pretty high. So.
Well, we wish you the best of luck in that. And, we're thinking in terms of playoffs. We may be seeing you guys again because Northwest drops to 5A this year.
Yeah.
And just the way the records are, and Carroll is doing extremely well this year. They have Skaggs and Screw is having a great year, and we're hovering right around 500, and that could put us in a first or second round game against you guys again.
Yeah, and this being the second game, we do a league and non-league game against each other. We'll be familiar foes, I guess you can say. So, we don't need a scouting report.
Exactly. A lot of people don't understand why would you play Carroll twice in 1 year. We've done that a couple of years in a row now.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what shed some light for those who are watching and listening? Why do we do that?
Well, I think first of all, it's two really great teams every year. The history that Northwest has had, and then the recent history we've had here in the last 3 to 4 years. It's just a good matchup. I mean, as you can tell tonight, it's still a 1-1 or 1-0 game, and less travel. If we don't play this,
we don't have to go very far. We know that.
Originally I think we were supposed to play Hayes.
Oh, really?
So a non-conference game, home and away with Hayes. It's just
3-hour bus ride for somebody,
or a 3-minute drive. So we're gonna pick a 3-minute drive. It just kind of makes sense.
Well, we love it, and Coach B loves playing you guys, and we all love it because we like playing quality opponents, and not only quality from the point of view of good play on the field, but the good approach to the game as well.
Yeah,
I mean, it's always fun playing you guys.
Yeah, and I think one of the best things about this Northwest and Carroll is Northwest moving to 5A. I think it's not only good for our teams, but it's good for the city. Having two high caliber teams, kind of when Heights move down to 5A,
right.
It gives the city something a little more to get excited about.
Exactly. And there's more camaraderie, and we have a goal scored, I assume, by the crowd noise. as I had my back to the field here visiting with Mr. Frazier. And it is indeed a goal for Bishop Carroll. Tyler, can you hear who he said scored that?
I did not.
Sebastian.
Our executive producer, Mr. Darnell's all over this one.
29. He's not on this list, but his name's Sebastian.
Sebastian Vizcarra, the freshman, scores the goal for the Golden Eagles, and that makes it a 2-0 game here with 34:41 remaining in the second half. So that kind of snuck up on us out of nowhere. How dare they score goals when we're visiting?
Exactly,
I don't understand that. So, well, we wish you the best of luck this year, and if we don't see you in the playoffs, best of luck in the playoff run. And if we do see you in the playoffs, we hope that you don't get all three of them if it is indeed going to end the way it is now. So
no worries. Appreciate it.
You never know.
Exactly.
Exactly. Very good. Tyler Frazier, our guest here, and you're welcome to stay. I've got no reason I'm not trying to kick you out. You have to go somewhere else, or
we're
got other
hosting
events.
volleyball right now. Too.
Are you really? See, I figured there was another event.
We're actually playing Northwest and actually playing Heights right now too. So.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay, you guys are busy tonight. So. And you just bounce around? Is that what you're doing?
Just jumping around tonight. Yeah. We had senior night for the girls inside and trying to catch some of the games.
Isn't it hard to believe that it's already senior nights?
Yeah, exactly.
We're talking about earlier. We were talking about Northwest senior night. It's next week. Next Tuesday. And, they just started.
Exactly. It's flown by. Like I said, we're already in postseason with golf and tennis. So, week 6, it's over halfway football season. So
I know. It's just amazing how fast it goes. All righty. Well, thanks for joining us. It's good to see you.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Thanks for your hospitality, as always.
No worries.
Love having it here. And I assume that if we do catch you in the playoffs, it will be here.
Yeah, most likely.
Higher seed. So keep this room for me, will you?
Will do.
And fix that sign up there. That's kind of falling down.
I'll make sure the heater works for you.
Yeah, make sure the heater's on. That's right. Although the air conditioning feels pretty good.
I bet,
So, all right.
All right.
Tyler Frazier with us, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get back to soccer here and see if Northwest can come back here from a 2-goal deficit. We sure thank Tyler for stopping in and giving us some hospitality, and good luck with volleyball tonight.
Appreciate it.
All righty.
Is it a penalty?
Say what?
Is that a PK? I don't know.
That is we do have a PK coming. Okay, I had my back to the foul, so Andrew Fisher is going to have to stop another one here. And it's going to be taken by Valenciana this time. And the shot coming, and a goal. Valenciana gets the goal. It's 3-0 here.
Goal on the PK by number 6, Aaron Valenciana.
Grizzlies will kick it off here shortly. We're going to take a quick timeout of our own here, so stay with us. We'll be right back in just a moment. This is Northwest Grizzlies boys soccer.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Just underway here at Bishop Carroll. Grizzlies find themselves down by 3 now after the penalty kick goal by Bishop Carroll, giving them 2 goals in a space of about 90 seconds or so. Never got a chance to say that the Grizzlies are defending the south goal. They're playing from left to right here in the second half. You probably already figured that out. We're home Thursday night against North, and then Tuesday we're home for senior night against Manhattan, and that is an early kickoff on Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. Instead of 7 o'clock, I think kickoff is scheduled for 6:15. Let me confirm that by checking my schedule, and it is a 6:15 kickoff next Tuesday, and senior night festivities will precede the game as we have an offside by Bishop Carroll and a free kick coming here for the Grizzlies. The game will not be webcast, so come on out to Eric Prophet, number 19, Soccer Complex, both Thursday and next Tuesday for their final 2 home games of the year. And visiting with Bobby, if you heard the halftime interview, we did briefly talk about playoffs. At this point, even if we win out, it's highly unlikely with 6 losses that we're going to get a home game in the playoffs. So they would definitely be the final 2 games of the year for the Grizzlies. Rivas with it. Ball chipped out of play. That should belong to the Golden Eagles. And it does. Oh, they called a foul instead. Excuse me. So it's a free kick. Didn't see the foul, but on the far side it goes. Angel DeRath. He chips one forward. That was intended for Hyro, but he got a late start on it. And Uslick will have an easy pickup. 30 to go here, second half. Grizzlies down by 3. We've now gone 3 halves against Bishop Carroll without scoring a goal. So we're overdue, folks. DeRath, nice job poking that away. Fincham, working hard over there. Foul call, and Grizzlies will get the free kick here from the 35. Carson with it. Sends one forward to Hyro. Hyro back to Carson, but he recovered. Got it back to no, this one's going all the way back to Hughesley. I was trying to say Wadlow, and for some reason my mouth locked up. We're going to blame it on old age. Hughesley sends up one for the infield fly rule. It finally comes down here at center. Carroll controlling it for the moment. On the near side was Viscara, who scored the first goal of the second half earlier. Fincham on the near side, trying to outrun the defense, and the ball poked out of play that time by Aiden Albers, and it will be a throw-in for Northwest. Fincham throws it in to Kobe Nickel. Nickel sends one over the goal line and hits the corner flag. It will be a goal kick for the Golden Eagles of Bishop Carroll. Grizzly Soccer on the internet is being brought to you in part tonight. I lost my page. By Realtor Beverly Giles. Now is the time to purchase a new home or sell your existing home while interest rates are so good. Beverly Giles is your experienced realtor. Give her a call at 393-5137. Back out it comes. Viscara had it again. Sent it back. And this pass intercepted that time by Rivas, but he couldn't control it. And Wadlow is on Carson Lee, and Wadlow will get the ball and chip it back to Andrew Fisher. Fisher sends one right back. Wadlow gets a foot on it and chips it forward. There's a shot and a score by Viscara, and he just got behind everybody. And just like that, it's 4-0. Let's take another time out here. We'll come back for the kickoff in just a moment. This is Grizzlies boys soccer.
This stage is nowhere near Broadway, and none of these actors will be accepting an Oscar anytime soon. Still, they are rehearsing for something important. While they learn their lines, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, that everyone has a part to play. Skills that will make them stars long after the curtain falls. The National Federation of State High School Associations reminds you that when kids take part in high school activities, they get set for life.
Just underway here after the goal by Vizcarra, and that's his second goal of the night. Other goals in the game by Villaseñor and by Valenciana for Bishop Carroll. Have a clock problem on our graphic. We'll get it fixed here in just a moment. Bishop Carroll with the ball, bringing it up the near side. Vizcarra again, and he goes down. Fincham got him, and they called the foul. That didn't mess things up. Okay, free kick coming for Carroll. It's going to be taken by Valenciana. And a long one right to Fisher on the goal line. It's popped up. Fisher couldn't handle it. There's another shot off of Fisher for the save. The rebound goes in and a score for Carroll. We only gave him 5 chances at it. We'll tell you who it is here in just a moment.
17.
Goal by Tyler Griffin this time, unassisted on the goal. The official ruling. He has a goal and an assist tonight for Bishop Carroll. And just like that, we're right back to the score from 2 weeks ago when the Grizzlies dropped a 5-0 score at home.
Our whole squad just came. 3 more.
Who came in?
I wasn't looking.
Grizzlies made some changes. We'll get those here for you in just a moment. As they kick off. Aspen Wadlow sends it wide. Hustling over there to get it is Tim Hinkle. Hinkle brings it up to the 20. Grizzlies just unable to control play again tonight. Not too much different from a couple of weeks ago. Here's the steal back there by the Golden Eagles, and that one goes over the goal line for a goal kick.
Morales back in for Angel.
Angel DeRath takes a walk off the field, and Enrique Morales takes a walk on, number 8. He will play up front for the Grizzlies. And the goal kick taken. We're back underway here. Rivas has one intercepted that time. And a foul called, handball called against Chris Navarrete. And it will be a free kick for Bishop Carroll, and it's going to be taken there by Christian Berrigan. It goes in and is kicked quickly rejected, but Carroll still controls. Valenciana with it. Give and go back to him. And a nice sliding tackle that time by Navarrete to make a defensive stop on Bishop Carroll. They control the ball, however. That one goes in over the goal line, and it will be a... What's it going to be? It's going to be a throw-in. Nope, it's going to be a goal kick. Nope, I'm wrong on both counts. It's going to be a foul. And on the free kick, the Grizzlies started up again. 23 and some change left here in the second half of a game that's pretty much already decided. What will the final score be? Bishop Carroll has totally dominated the first half, the third quarter of this game was just 4 goals in 10 minutes.
23 and 26 in for 6.
Jay Sudeth and Carson Lee back in for Bishop Carroll. Valenciano takes a seat. That's fine with me. He's been killing us.
I can't tell you who the other guy going out is.
That's okay. Don't worry about it. Throw in here for Carroll at about the 30, and he throws it back to Sudeth. Carroll coming forward again, 35-30. Taken away there by Navarrete. Grizzlies trying to get something going offensively. There's a long through pass. And offside is Christian Berrigan, the intended recipient. And we have a whistle. I don't know what's going on here. I missed it.
It was offside.
Another offside. Okay. Wadlow sends one forward, trying to get Ornelas with it. But it goes back to goalkeeper Braden Huslick instead, off the defender. And Navarrete trying to keep it in play and keep it going forward. On the near side, here comes Carroll back with it. Rivas unable to get it back, and here's a long pass up front this time for Berrigan. Berrigan back to Vizcarra. And it finally goes out of play. That should belong to Northwest, and it does. Grizzlies are going to sub a player in over there. It looks like Guevara again. How's my eyesight?
It's
Oh, it's darn good. That's one in a row.
Coming in for Carson Arndt.
Carson Arndt's going to take a seat. And we're approaching 20 minutes remaining here in the contest. Beautiful night here in Wichita. Temperature right around 70. It's kind of dropping kind of fast. It's that time of year. Since it is October. And the sun went down 2 hours ago, so. Going to be a hot one in the Old Town tomorrow, though. 91 tomorrow is the forecast high here for Wichita. An unusual heat wave for October. And Friday, the high is supposed to be 65. So the cooler air is coming again, and we're supposed to have rain later in the week, and we are supposed to have the forecast for Thursday does call for a chance of rain during the game at Northwest. Hopefully that will not be the case. Fincham at the 20 sends it back to Rivas. Rivas sends a long one across, and that's going to be corralled there by Huslick, and he'll have a goalkeeper distribution. Long one back to midfield, headed down by Navarrete, but he couldn't control it. Hinkle has it now, sends it forward. Nice pass to Ornelas. Iro tried to get one forward to Fincham, but intercepted by the defense. Fincham and Ornelas. And finally, they kick it out of play, and it belongs to Bishop Carroll as it went off the foot of Iro. Our next webcast will be a week from Thursday. I'm going to turn around here and see if I can get the start time of that one. But that's an early start. Yes, it is. We will be on the air at 6:15 a week from Thursday. We're going to play at Mays against the Eagles, and they always start their games earlier than the rest of us. Here's a chance for Carroll. Centering shot, score. Well, I know Tyler Griffin got in on it somewhere. We're going to see what Larry Dostert says.
Goal by number 17, Tyler Griffin. Assist, number 31, Carroll.
I was right. It was Tyler Griffin, number 17, who scored the goal. The assist went to Cole Kingsley. And the goal comes with just under 18 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. And that makes the score 6-0. Waiting for a ball to come in here so the Grizzlies can kick off. And the floodgates have opened here in the second half. 5 unanswered goals since halftime by Bishop Carroll. It's great to play good quality competition, and I, as AD Tyler Frazier and I were talking, here's a chance for Carroll. Shot and a save by Andrew. That shot coming off the foot of Adrian Ibarra. It's good to play quality competition, and if you can play them twice in 1 year and only have to drive 3 minutes away to do it, it's a win-win for everybody. And this one's going to go out of play. It'll be a throw-in for Northwest deep in their own end. And they send it across on the switcheroo to the far side. Hinkle giving chase over there. Kobe Nickel gets a good foot on it. They can't get it to a white shirt, however. And now Wadlow has it. Center mid. Sends one forward. And on the near side, giving chase is Fincham. And a big switch to a wide open Eagle on the far side. There's going to be a shot coming. Griffin had a chance, but he couldn't get it in. And finally, Andrew Fisher corrals it. Carroll throws it in on the far side now. And a foul call. That was kind of a chintzy foul, but Angel DeRath drew the foul and gets the free kick for the Grizzlies, and he's bringing it up the sideline uncontested. Still had it, now gives it up to Carroll at midfield, and here come the Eagles back with it as we approach 15 to go here in the second. We're home again on Thursday against the Redskins of North High. Should be a good one. Come on out and support your Grizzlies. Every game important from here on out. And it's just amazing. It's just amazing how fast this season has gone by. There's a long one. Bishop Carroll has changed goalkeepers, have they not?
99.
They have. Who's 99?
Andy Acosta.
Andy Acosta, the freshman goalkeeper, came in to play goal for Bishop Carroll when we weren't looking. Nobody cleared that with us, however. But the freshman getting some playing time here on the varsity stage. And there's a whistle. They're calling ball out of play, and we have a substitution. Looks like Ethan Dirksen coming in for the Grizzlies, and he'll spell Kobe Nickel. Wouldn't be a bit surprised to see Coach B clearing his bench here and giving everybody some playing time in a game that is long decided. Both teams fighting for it on the far side. Goes out of play, and it will belong to Northwest. Northwest will throw it in. And I'm not exactly sure what we have here. We have he's playing it as if it's a goal kick. I didn't see it go over the goal line, however. Did I miss something?
No, Gomez is in for...
William Gomez has come in for the Grizzlies, wearing number 23. 22. 22, excuse me. I knew I was wrong as soon as I said that. Ibarra sends it back. And Daniel Rivas giving chase there, hoping to control the ball. He does and gets it past to Dirksen. Dirksen has two men on him and loses it to Rodriguez. And a foul call. That'll be a free kick for Daniel Rivas and company. Wadlow sends it up. Morales tried to squeeze it through three guys, unable to do so. And here comes Bishop Carroll back with it now. Good hustle that time by Tim Hinkle on the far side to get back there and take that ball off the foot of the Golden Eagle. Rivas now to center. Give and go back to Rivas. Back to Morales. Morales has Ibarra block his pass. And he's going to cross it to Wadlow. Wadlow open for the moment. Gets around one man. Still has some room. And sends it over here on the near side. Back to Rivas. Rivas sending it forward. That one's going to go through, but the foot race is going to be won there by Huslick. And Brad Huslick kicks it out of play, where it will be a corner kick or throw in for the Grizzlies. And now we have a goal kick for Bishop Carroll. This part of Grizzly Soccer on the Internet is being brought to you by McCurdy Auction LLC at 12041 East 13th Street, right next to Highway 96 in East Wichita. McCurdy Auction, where their favorite word is sold, S-O-L-D. Check them out at McCurdyAuction.com. And tomorrow, McCurdy Auction will be auctioning off the equipment and basically everything from the Wichita Wingnuts at Lawrence Dumont Stadium. The auction begins at 10. You can sign up for a bidder card beginning at 9 o'clock tomorrow at Lawrence Dumont. Just look for the McCurdy Auction trailer. We thank McCurdy Auction for their support of Grizzly Soccer. Angel DeRath over there giving chase, trying to bring it forward. It has been a frustrating night for the Grizzlies as they've been unable to garner a consistent ball possession offense to get it out of their own end. I think it just got it back. See what they can do with it here. On the far side. Crossing pass intended for Gomez. Gomez now gets it. Can't control it, though, and taken away by the Golden Eagles. There's a long blast that's going to go over the goal line for a Bishop Carroll goal kick. Carroll with it near midfield. And into Northwest territory it comes. Hinkle with it over there. Couldn't get it out of bounds, or couldn't get it forward, I'm sorry. Thought it might go out of bounds, but it did not. Hinkle still fighting for it in the corner. Down they go in a heap. The foul will be called, and it will belong to, now we're going to determine. The question is, who's the foul on? If it's on Northwest, it may be a penalty kick. It is on Northwest, but it's marked just outside the penalty area. So a break for the Grizzlies. And referee Sean Page going to move the line back. Does so, and they will resume on his whistle. And it goes right to Andrew Fisher, who makes the save. And don't let the score fool you, folks. Andrew Fisher's been busy back there tonight, and he's had a pretty good game. Over on the near side, Rivas with it. To Wadlow in the middle. He sends one wide. Angel Durath over there with it. Has two guys on him. Still has it, though. Back to Hinkle. Now Ethan Dirksen has it. Ethan couldn't get through two guys. Goes back to Durath. Grizzlies playing some ball possession, but unable to move it forward. Now it goes out of play. It'll be a throw-in for Carroll. 6 minutes to go here, and counting. In the second half, Grizzlies down 6-0. Carroll with the ball and the lead. Ibarra sends one to the center. This one will come all the way back to Sudduth. Jay Sudduth sends it forward. And now one for Ibarra again, but it goes out of play and it will belong to Bishop Carroll. Teams making some substitutions. Gomez comes out. Carson comes in. Didn't we substitute two people? I thought two guys went out, but I don't see the second one who came. Oh, Sam Mueller is in on the back line. On the right, on the far side. Number 9. Chipping one forward to Morales. Somebody got a hand on it, but no call. Rivas has the ball taken off of his foot. That was a nice play. Dirksen with it. Ethan got it forward, but nobody home. And this one's going to go all the way back, and giving chase back there is Wadlow, and he'll send it back to Andrew Fisher. Fisher sends it forward to the far side, and it goes out of play. It'll be a throw-in for Bishop Carroll. Unlucky that time was Mr. Fisher. Bishop Carroll still controlling. Ball in the air. Mini bicycle act by Michael Ibarra Silva. on the near side. Fincham has it, goes out of play off of the aforementioned Mr. Silva, and it will be a throw in for the Grizzlies. Carson Arndt will take it at the 30-yard line as he gets pushed back. Rivas couldn't control it. Goes back to Carroll. Here come the Eagles. There's a long shot over everything, and it will be a goal kick for the Grizzlies with 3:20 to go. Carroll gets it right back there on the far side. Fighting for it at midfield, and we have a whistle and a foul. It'll be a free kick for Bishop Carroll from the 42-yard line. Been a long night if you're a Grizzlies fan. If things stay the way they are now, it'll be 2 full games without a goal for Northwest. Rivas has it on the near side. Dishes it off to Morales. Now back to Wadlow. And across to Tim Hinkle. Hinkle's been busy tonight. Everybody back there has been busy tonight. Hinkle again. Give and go. He's up to the 40 now. He sends a long one. That was intended for Morales, but it didn't click. Grizzlies trying to get one for showing up here. And a long one goes into the penalty area, back out. Carroll has it. And here come the Golden Eagles again. Less than a minute to go now. Wadlow sends it back for Fisher. Back to Wadlow. Nice play. Morales, nice play. Back to Wadlow. Wadlow sent chipping one forward for Fincham's going to go out of play. And it will belong to Carroll, and that may just do it for the Grizzlies' hopes of scoring tonight. Out to center it comes. Rivas there with it. Fincham. Back to Rivas. Daniel has 4 guys in front of him, so he dishes it off. Now Marate sends one forward. That's going to go out of play, and that'll do it. We are final here at Bishop Carroll Family Stadium. Grizzlies drop one 6-0. We're going to take a 90-second timeout. We'll quickly wrap this up. Stay with us. This is Wichita Northwest Grizzlies boys soccer. back at Bishop Carroll Family Stadium. Kevin Arkin, Greg Darnell with you, where the Grizzlies tonight fall 6-0 to the Bishop Carroll Golden Eagles on their home field, and Carroll gets the season sweep, not only winning by big scores, but by winning by 2 shutouts as well. We're right back at it 2 days from now. We're at home against Wichita North. Varsity scheduled for 7 o'clock, 5 o'clock for the JV. We invite you to come out for both. Cheer on the Grizzlies Thursday night at Northwest. Next Tuesday night, we're home again. That's Tuesday the 9th. An early start. 6:15 is the start time for the varsity match, and it's also senior night. We'll have the senior night activities for you prior to the start of the varsity match on next Tuesday. Then next Thursday, let me see if I'm right when I say that. Thursday the 11th, yes, we go to Mays for a game. We're on the air next Thursday at 6:15 with a pregame show from Mays. And then we'll wrap up the season the following Tuesday at Heights, and we're going to webcast that game for you as well. We're going to sign it off from here. We sure want to thank once again Tyler Frazier, Larry Dustard for their hospitality here at Bishop Carroll. And who knows, we may be back here in the playoffs. You never know. Until Thursday when we see you at home, or a week from Thursday when we see you on the web, we thank you for joining us. For Greg Darnell, I'm Kevin Arkin saying good night from Bishop Carroll Family Stadium, where the Grizzlies fall 6-0. Have a good evening, everybody. And do that. Confirm.